Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's statement is. Oh, this is what happens when I get. This is what happens when I get distracted. So, as the title suggests, Luna's reign of terror has come to an end. On the Bold and Beautiful. I think that's what the. I think that's what the title says. I'm on my phone right now. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream. I kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is really bad. But I don't know. I love doing these live streams. I know I can't sit there and do it for long. I'm only going to be on here for an hour, but um, I want to come on. I want to come on and talk about this stuff. Let's make sure that the sound is good. Okay, we're good. Um, Probably in a few minutes I'll sit there and want to switch into my laptop. I just finished recording a video. Well, doing a review on The Young and Restless. So let's get in the roll call. Let's get this started. Black Mon is in the chat, aka Mr. GQ. Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Lakeisha's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ed is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Susan's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yes, Lakeisha, it's so good to see you tonight, and you are on time. Listen, anytime you come through, you're on time. Um, I know sometimes when you come through, I'm usually on my way out the door. Yeah, Lakeisha, I got a new battery, so I got to sit there and hook that up to my laptop as well because it's starting to act up a little bit. But I got a new battery, so when it starts to get really bad, that's when I'm gonna switch over. Ed is in the chat. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It was a long day, but it was a good day though. I made it. Allison's in the chat. How you doing tonight? I figure if I get a new battery like every at least 4 months or whatever, I'm good. Oh yes, Blackmon. Did you hear the title that she said? Was good, Bobby? Did you hear the title that she said? I can't believe I'm. See, I can't say this shit with a straight face. I really can't. Lakeisha said those damn laptops are trash. I'm aiming for an HP next. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I can't believe she said that, Black Man. I sat there. I was like, I don't know who wrote this shit, but like, here we go. Exactly. Autumn's in the chat. Autumn said, I said Nazawa Power, I died. Listen, that's that shit is going to be infamous in this chat for a while. So if I just randomly say, if I'm drunk at some point, I randomly sit there and say it, or I'm tipsy at some point, I randomly sit there and say it. Yep. Blackmon says, and if Luna both deserve Emmy nom. Yeah. I don't know what the hell was going on with that episode. Blackpink me is in the chat. Was good. Justin says I feel sorry for RJ. Was good, Justin. Oh, Bobby, it was definitely cartoonish. But you know, Bobby, it was also. One second. I wonder what that is. I don't know why. I just know it was knocking my door, which is really weird. But listen, I said in my review, I was like, yo, listen, y'all, I got one more. Justin says, do you agree? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, RJ got caught up in it. So yeah, it sucks for RJ. Yeah, it definitely sucks for RJ, Justin. So yeah, I agree with you on that. She was Black Mom. She was cartoonish as hell, and I mean, she was entertaining. She was definitely entertaining. It was just weird though, because it's like you can tell that was not the original plans for her though. Warrior Hero was good. Autumn says I'm already about to go off on Jocelyn because we know she's going to go off on Carly, like her mom ain't grown woman who can't make her own choices. Carly chose to give Sonny an alibi. That's right, exactly. So, yeah, exactly. Yes, Autumn. I dragged her ass before. I'll drag her ass again. Um, and Autumn, it made me think about that very unpleasant conversation with that damn woman that's built like an iPhone charger. I'm like, boo, stay out of grown folks' business. Oh yeah, no, Justin, we ain't never gonna let that shit go. We ain't never listen. I ain't never gonna let that go. She didn't just cheat on him. She used him like a damn toilet seat. Let's just be honest. As says Eric back and Holly gone to learn the truth. Yep, they should have told her a while ago. Like honestly, to tell you the truth, that's such BS. Alice says, "Do you think that eventually Carly and Sonny will get back together?" Probably. I think it would be a surprise because um I know off cam they kind of just got bored working with each other. So I think if they do that, it's to give the fans what they want. LaShawn says Ken, who plays Scott on G, had just confirmed his exit. What? What the yo? What is up with GH? Is it's a sinking rat? Like rats on the ship that's just jumping off? What? Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Thank you, LaShawn. Laura B, what's good, Laura? Damn, it seemed like it's been. Oh yeah, you was on vacation, right? What I understand, you was on a little vacay, a little vacay. Oh, the case you'd be surprised how many people want that to happen. They want to happen like it like yesterday. I personally don't care one way or the other, but Lakeisha said hashtag lock Sunny up 2024. Ooh. Ed says Nina actually going to help Ava and Rick do. Oh, Nina. Well, my whole thing, Ed, I look at it this way. Um, Sonny's not worth losing a friendship over. He's really not. What's good, Darby? Sonny's not worth losing a friendship over. Okay, let's just sit there and get this out the way now. I say this all the time, but I'm gonna just say this anyway. There is 20 people in this chat. There is one of me. So I will not be able to get to every single comment. If that happens, do not take offense to it. Um, so yeah, let's just get that out the way. And that's the problem, War Hero. Back then, Sunny is the whole show. See, that was the mentality that even the writers felt like, and that's just such a really bad way of practically crapping on everyone else. You know, because somebody did say that too. Lakeisha said, "Do you all think Rick is staying in town to scoop up his boo Liz?" Yeah, I can't believe he was like, "Yo, we got to turn Alexis in. We got to turn her in. We got to report a crime." Like what? Oh, Ed, I don't know if you saw my review. Yo, I don't know who that new chick is with the short hair. That chick got me fucked up though. That irritating. My Labor Day was good, Lord B. I had a good weekend. Um, Barbecued with family, so it was fun. It was a very fun event. Um, it was good. Thank you for asking. I hope you had a good one yet. I hope you had a good Labor Day weekend as well. Okay, yeah, Ed. I go off on that chick. I go off on her. Yo, I Lorby, yeah, she was annoying. There were so many things I probably didn't sit there and say in that review. I don't understand. Or she, first of all, don't correct anybody. She kept doing that shit throughout the entire scene, and that was annoying as hell. Oh, of course, Laura B. Glad you had a good. Glad you had a good one. She was annoying. First of all, she walks in. I'm sitting there thinking she's like a family member or something like that. The way that she walked in. And she walks in, she starts correcting somebody. I was like, yo, who the hell does this chick think she is? And then we find out that she's a dialect coach. And Lois, here's the thing. I could have swore Lois already called. I could have swore Lois already called to try to get a coach. So I don't understand how Tracy Smith is saying, yeah, I hired her. And I felt like that was super disrespectful for her to sit there and agree. Was good cherry ice cream? Should have showed her and eat before kissing her husband. She told Finn that she will go to the hospital tomorrow morning. Ed says, Albert, so Gio's purpose today was to tell folks business. Pretty much. Yep. I don't understand why he sat there and he had to apologize. I thought that was pretty stupid. But yeah, no, that chick got me fucked up though. I was like, yo, I don't know who this chick is, but you correcting everyone in this room, how do you still have a job? Like that's my whole thing. You walk in there, you act like you own the place. She has this smug attitude every time she corrects someone. I'm like, boo, you're gonna be sitting there counting teeth in a hot minute. I want Olivia to sit there and whoop that chick's ass so bad. Like, you ever just have a character that just comes in the show and automatically you can't stand this person? Like they're basura, to put it lightly. That's what that chick was. Darby says, "Your voice is your voice. You deal with it. You own it. Screw with the world." Exactly. Exactly. And if anybody don't like it, F them and the horse they rode in on. That was insulting. That was so annoying. Only thing that was funny was when Tracy found out that Sonny and Carly had a mattress tag in her bed. That was the only thing that was funny. Everything else was just like after that it just went downhill. The minute that chick just walked in, I was like, I don't know who you are, but you can get to stepping up. Oh, we got a new person, David Hall, Fenn and Lee, aka Batman and Mama, saved the day, stopping the evil lunatic Joker. Yeah, I'll call her Luna the lunatic. And let's everyone give Dave Hall a warm welcome. Give Dave Hall a warm welcome. Now, Lord B says, I also thought she was a relative before she said who she was. Exactly. That's why I was like, I don't understand. Like, she walked in there too comfortable. I don't know if she's supposed to be representing the millennial group, but yeah, nah, you can get the hell out. You can seriously get the out. Oh, what's good, Susan? Susan says I read that the actress on today playing the dialect coach is an actress on SNL. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, nothing against the actress. I just and did I say hi to you, Susan? I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you, Susan. Duane is in the chat. What's good? What is good? Um, I feel like me and what you call it, me and Kyrie's Lobby says Porgia has nothing to do. Yeah, they don't. It's disappointing every single time too. LaShawn says fake Abigail is Dr. Green's other sibling. Yep, I call her Fabby. That is correct. Fabby, her clothes, her hair, her personality sucks. Yeah, no, yeah, Susan. She, like I said, she's straight up basuda, and she's annoying as fuck to be honest. I'm like, honestly, tell you the truth. Here's the thing, Susan. I normally don't curse, in my videos, but like she got me to that point. I was like, I don't know who this chick thinks she is, but you could sit there and kick rocks. Like she pissed me off. Okay, well we have something similar. Well, we're talking about the same topic. Like literally, we have like the same um topic in mind. Well, Ed, apparently she can. And that's the problem with, and that's I hate to sit there and say that's the problem with some of the fans of Jocelyn is that they'll sit there and be like, well, she's a grown woman, she's entitled to her feelings, and that's her mom, so that's her business. It's like, no, it's not. She needs to sit there and mind the business that pays her. I don't know who the hell she is, thinking that she can sit there and start judging her mom and her decisions and everything like that. And she also has a shitty assessment of the situation. Boo, yeah, Sonny has hurt your mom, but your mom has hurt Sonny as well. She seemed like just one side of bullshit is just like I can't with her. Duan said Luna set up her mom brilliantly and Lee was right. You're not gonna let that go, are you, Duan? Duan is not gonna let that shit go. I'm telling you right now, Duan has been let me tell you something. I've been seeing hashtags in my comments and in Kyrie's comments since Lee has got there. And he's not wrong, but he's not letting that shit go out there. Sean says GH writing is getting bad against Sunny. With Carly again, I thought she was a new person after her mom died. Trina's just a doormat. Christina is crazy, and so on. Yeah, Sean, but we still watch it though, right? I I don't know how you feel like Trina's a doormat. I mean, she did give her opinion, and Carly's only sitting there help. Carly's only sitting there helping Sunny out to help out the kids. And let's be honest, Sunny's in jail. Yeah, I'm starting to have less reasons to sit there and try to make excuses. Never mind. Never mind, Sean. Never mind. I'm just gonna take back everything I just said. Except for the Trina part. I thought about that, Sean. I was like, I had to sit there and take back a couple of that stuff. But Susan says so much for Jocelyn learning not to jump to conclusions. There you go. Well, Susan, she did sit there and say she in the preview she did sit there and ask. She was like, "Are you back with Sunny? Or are you sleeping with him?" Either one of them is none of her goddamn business. That's the truth of the matter. Darby says Carly's business is none of her daughter's Josh's damn business. Exactly. Exactly. So honestly, tell you the truth, Jocelyn, shut at in the words of Ron, shut your effing mouth. Ron Majester, everyone. Ron Majester. Duane says on Surfer they theorize about Jason and Ava. What did they theorize? And throwing the gun over the bridge. Well, Ed, in a sense, yes, but what she said today, she was like, Christina's on bail, right? And she shouldn't be carrying a gun. That's automatically her ass is going back to jail. I thought it was stupid that she threw away the gun in general because I'm like, boo, you're a lawyer. And you could have just made something even worse. She probably does, Laura B, but she probably will rarely sit there and talk about it though. Dave Hall says the first thing Finn needs to do is carry Steffi to the next nearby bedroom so he can have a toilet to explode from hole. Yeah, I know. That's crazy. But Dave, like I said, I just sat there and I looked at that whole thing. I was like, when he broke the lock, I was like, bro, this you doing too much. You got the cops there and everything like that. Stuff he's talking about, well, the boat, the demo team is going to be coming in a little bit. I was like, and you telling me somebody can't run down there and be like, hey, listen, let's not demolish this place because there's people still inside. There's lights on and everything. They're just going to And Katie owes Poppy an apology. LaShawn says when Isaiah recovers, will he become a doctor at GH? They damn sure need him. They need some new blood. Um, I mean, I enjoyed B&B today. I enjoyed Y&R today. I mean, I thought it was pretty foul that Jack was talking so much ish about his own brother to Lily. Like, where's the family loyalty at, Jack? Bobby says the police may have to search Bill's mansion to see what they could uncover about Luna. Katie didn't apologize to Sheila. She didn't, Bobby, and shame on her. She better apologize to Poppy though. With Luna, I mean with Sheila, I understand she sat there and said, "Well, it's not like you've never hurted someone before." What's good, Kaiwan? Kaiwan says probably because Isaiah. I think he's either going to be Curtis' son or one of the cousins of the Quartermains or Valerie's son. Huh? What's good, Deluxe? Blackmon says when the stuff comes out about Luna saying Zende was better in bed, RJ will be crushed. RJ's gonna be crushed regardless. Allison says when Hope finds out that Finn saved Stuffy again, her feelings for Finn will grow even more, even though Finn don't want her. Yeah, she's gonna sit there and do some stupidish because that's just in her wheelhouse. Um, was the same person who told Cam, "What are you doing here? I don't owe you anything." Exactly, Ed. Exactly. Yes. Like I said, Ed, she used Cam like a toilet seat, but she's so quick to sit there and judge her mom for Edge. I will sit there and say this much though. I thought that Trina was out of pocket for her comparing Sunny to Dex. I felt like it was so out of pocket that the writing just didn't make any sense. Like even and I blame Trina for that, but I know it's shitty writing though. They apparently not Duan. He just didn't have the moves. He just didn't have the moves. Um, Lois sat there, and I know it sounds awful, but Lois sat there and was like, "Well, it's it's a shame, it's a tragedy what happened to Jagger." And I'm like, "Is it? Is it? Is it really a tragedy?" I mean, here's the thing: John was so unhinged compared to how Jagger was before. They're almost like two completely different characters, and I felt like they wrote John or Jagger into a corner and made him so unhinged to a point where it was just another person for Sonny to beat up. Dave says Alexis Davis turned into Frankie Bimbo when she put her fingerprints on the gun before. I totally forgot about that too. Very good call, Dave. Why is it not? Okay. Darby says, I was glad that Billy told Jack to mind his own business. Jack has no right judging Billy on his mistakes, considering Jack lost last mistake involved Nikki almost costing him. Ooh, very, very, very true, Darby. Very, very true. Blackman says, RJ, there is only two things to line up. To line up, come on. Lakeisha, killing John wasn't not necessary at all. What Sonny did was disgusting, yet John was annoying and doing too much to be locking him up, but he did not present physical nor a real intimate danger to threat to Sonny. I respect your opinion, Lakeisha. I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. And that's what I'm going to say about that. But Yeah, the soaps was definitely something else today. I'll tell you that much. It was. Goodness, okay. Not that I don't enjoy doing this on my phone, but if I can do this on my laptop, I do this on my laptop until I can do this on. You know. Okay, let's do this. Man, I'm only going to be on for an hour, but we're going to do the second part on. So it's going to be a momentary black screen for like, I don't know, 3 seconds, and then we'll be on my laptop. You mentioned he had an autistic son. I thought that was going to have something to do with the storyline. Yeah, but it's funny, Cherry Ice Cream, because he didn't mention his son once after that. He mentioned him once. He never mentioned him again. It was like it seems so, Susan. But I think that's gonna happen tomorrow, though. I think that's gonna wind up happening tomorrow. All right, it's gonna be a short little black screen, and then I will be. Okay, hold on. Make sure I'm back first before I read this comment. See, and this is why I decided not to take a day off. Okay. Now RJ said I don't feel bad for RJ because he's good looking, rich young man who shouldn't have any problem finding himself a new hot girlfriend. Okay, that's pretty fucked up. Like I can't even sit there and sugarcoat that shit. Like I can't even sit there and sugar. That's wow. He's a good looking rich man. I have no problem finding somebody else. So oh well, wow. And people sit there and say that I can be harsh. Ain't that a seriously? People sit there and say I can be harsh. Okay, yeah, I'm the one that has the cold dark heart. Yeah, okay. Blackman says, I know you would kick down the door if someone special in the chat was in trouble. Absolutely. Absolutely, Blackman. Without hesitation. Without hesitation. You know that's true. Alice says RJ is going to have a hard time trusting again. You know, part of me does sit there, and thank you, Laura, but yes, make sure you hit that goddamn like button. Thank you, because it really does actually help. I got to hit it too. Thank you. Darby says, I'll say the same thing about you, Ira, except for the rich part. I appreciate that, Darby. I appreciate that. Make sure that we're good on the audio. I think we're good on the audio. I always have to double check and triple check, and I feel so. Oof, okay, we're good on the audio. Keisha said murdering an FBI agent in cold blood on rich people's property is unhinged F. He did not think this through at all. Did he? Or did he just not care? I mean, he felt like he was a threat. He kept coming after him. He kept coming after his daughter. He was like, yo, listen, I'm gonna have to stop you. I'm gonna have to put you down. You know? I mean, he brought up some bogus charges to sit there and try to really come after Christina just to get the Sonny. I mean, that's how unhinged he was. So he's like, "Yo, listen, the FBI is not going to really do anything with you, so I'm gonna have to sit there and put you 6 feet under." I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that it makes sense as far as a mobster is concerned. As said, Dante did something right with not getting into it with Rick. Everyone who don't like Rick should follow Dante's example. On that level, yes. Now, part of me actually wants to drink, but I'm like, I know I have to wake up super early tomorrow, so it's like, ugh, I can't do it. But I could sit there and have my noodles. Bobby says you think Jack is going to defend Luna as an attorney. I doubt that just because Jack apparently likes Poppy and think that she's a good person. So I don't think that he will. He seems like he has a soft spot for him. He said, "What did Rick do now? He's going to turn in Alexis because apparently that's the right thing to do." Blackmon said, "Can we see Poppy slamming Luna tomorrow?" I still got that shit saved on my what you call it. But you know, Blackmon, you can't just get the slam. You gotta get that in the cheesy line to go with it. Sean says Sunny killing John was stupid. We the viewers see it was dumb. What kind of who done is this trying to make Sonny look tough and he looks like a cold blooded killer. Yeah, he put down an animal. He put down an animal. He's a mobster. I don't understand. Like where are we not understanding about him being a mobster? Gorgeous Queen Justice in the chat. What's good, goddess? Do you see Luna pleading insanity? Yeah, I mean she sounds pretty insane to me. I want this. I want that. I'm entitled to this. I'm entitled to that. My mom gave me a rough childhood, so I'm gonna sit there and kill my dad and some dude that really doesn't matter. Yeah, I can totally see that. Exactly. That's what I'm sitting there saying. So I'm like, he's a mobster, and he put down a goddamn animal. Let's not sit there and try to act like John was some sort of a hero that's that we're all gonna sit there and miss and mourn or something like that. I don't think. Well, I don't know about you, but I think most people are not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh man, I feel so bad for John. He really didn't deserve this." No, I should tell the truth. Like I said, fuck him and the horse he rode in on. Sonny's a cold-blooded monster. Yeah, he's a mob. He's a mob. He's a mob guy. Just as I'm glad this Luna story is over. The way this character did a complete 180, I was not a fan of it. Well, because I feel like it was a last minute decision. Because here's the thing, Jess, there's certain things that they can't sit there and retcon. They can't retcon the way that she looked, um, the way that she sat there and looked at. There's just certain scenes that they can't sit there and retcon, right? So in reality, it's really gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like she really did sit there and got drugged by those pills. Like there's certain things that they can't retcon. That's the problem. Her character did a 180 because they literally sat there. Sean, on some level, I can agree with that. John, because I don't think that John, and I'm not calling him Jagger, I don't think that John was actually originally this unhinged bastard that wants to sit there and go as Sonny at all costs. Okay, Sonny was, I mean, John was actually living his life. Well, Jagger at the time was actually living his life, doing a damn thing and everything like that. He was not paying attention to Sonny. He was not trying to take down Sonny for years. Um, so in that sense, yes. Just says, especially that ish with her and Zende, like he felt like ish about it just for her them to change. It makes no sense. As says, I hope Liz tells Rick no and Carly better give it to Jocelyn tomorrow. I agree with that, Ed. I agree with that because Josh is not there up in grown folks' business, up there sitting there trying to judge Carly and everything like that. And I'm like, she needs to sit there and sit her little ass down and just be happy that she's back with Dennis. That's what she needs to be doing instead of all up in grown folks' business. Yes, is that and that's the thing. Yes, Sean, I heard that from Phoenix Tremaine also. That they were gonna originally kill off Ava and they decided to kill off John. Which I mean, to be honest, people were not going to really care that much about John as opposed to Ava. So let's get Ronnie Ron. Listen, it's all good. It's all good. Listen, I'm glad you're here. They could have got rid of Ava too. Oh damn. Jess, you gonna sit there and say that in Kyrie's stream tonight? You gonna say those words in Kyrie's stream tonight? Jerry Erskine says, Albert, what do you think this will do to Sonny and Ava's relationship? Hmm, I think I'll just be back to normal. Honestly, tell you the truth, never really had a good relationship, but I think at the very least it would just be, ooh, okay, Jess. Excuse me. She's so sassy. I didn't know what the correct word to say, so I was like, let me not say something stupid, even though I just did. Monique said that Lee just rock bottom loaded. Yes, she did. Allison says, I wonder who they're going to have the original killer be besides they made it Luna at the last minute. Yes, exactly, Allison. That's why those scenes before, when it came across as though Luna was really drugged, and now it turned out that she wasn't really drugged. Yeah, no, none of that makes sense. None of that makes sense. That was a total rewrite. Uh exactly, Darby. I think that's what Jess is gonna sit there and channel tonight when she goes in Kyrie's live stream to say what she's gonna say. She's gonna sit there and say no Zawa power. I I feel so cringed when they're saying that shit. What's good, Monique? Jess says, so now she wasn't drugged. My head hurts trying to make sense of it. Oh, Jess. Imagine that they're trying to do a review on it and trying to make that make sense. I gotta make sense out of some shit that doesn't make sense. Seriously, Jess, I gotta sit there and make an 8 to 10 minute video of some shit that don't make sense and try to convey it in a way where it makes sense to the audience. So yeah. Monique says I kind of felt sorry for Luna when she told her story to Lee. Wow. No, 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 Dory. No, she wanna say exactly that. Not gonna sit there and change that. No, no, no. She gotta sit there and pull it off with the full cringe and everything. Yes, yeah. And we'll find out more about that tomorrow, hopefully. Wow, Jeff says even still is better than GH Hook Killer reveal. That might go down as one of the worst stories. Really? But this ish was close. Wow. What made it worse? Hmm. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, when you stop thinking about it, Jess, the rewriting was worse for this one than a Hook Killer. Like they didn't try to retcon scenes to try to make it make sense, like the paternity test. They try to retcon that scene, but the problem is all the other scenes contradicted. At least with the Hook Killer, we didn't know who it was, and the writers didn't know who it was, but they didn't make it seem like it was going to be one person or it was going to be the other person. We just wanted it to be, well, most people just wanted to be anyone except for Heather. So in a lot of ways, I feel like that one's actually still worse. That's true, but the reveal made no sense. Is it because she's, some. Yes, Ed, and I said that in my review. I was like, bro, you sat there and you kidnapped his wife. You do not have room to sit there and talk. Sit your ass down. And I understand that he was angry, but I'm like, bro, you don't have room to talk. Just like Holly doesn't have any room to talk. She talking about things that could have been prevented. Her OD could have been prevented. Jade, Kate didn't have to go to jail. Didn't have to get beat up. All that stuff could have been prevented if she didn't sit there and take those candies. So like, yeah. Cherry Ice Cream says, I still wonder where Taggart is. Yeah, exactly, Cherry Ice Cream. I'm still wondering when we're gonna get to that hook killer. I mean, I'm still wondering when we're gonna get to Austin's murder. I'm still wondering when they're gonna sit there and find out is Everett Fears alive or dead on Days of Our Lives. Yeah, I get you, Ron. I get you. Just says I don't think we'll ever find out hmm, who killed Austin. For me, I just look and I was like, man, I kind of forgot about that for a hot minute. Sean says I'm getting worried about the gays. All this bad writing on the soap, but at least they got Bob Guza. Guza just says, "Oh, I remember when Cyrus was revealed as the boss. That was awful to him. It was disappointing because I think we wanted anybody else but Cyrus. Yeah, and if we're lucky, if they're generous to us, if they're generous to us, right? It's so bad, Ed. And honestly, tell you the truth, that's on all of them probably. Monique says you would think Alexis being around Sunny for so long, she would know not to dump a gun, knowing someone is always watching and listening. Monique, you would think that she would probably call Sunny to take care of it. Think about it. She couldn't reach Diane. Why didn't she try to call what you call her? Why didn't she sit there and try to call um Sunny? Players can says one night you need to do an unsolved mysteries or unsolved storylines. Ooh, that's not a bad idea, Cherry Ice Cream. That's not a bad idea. Bobby says I believe they changed Loon's direction after they kept homeless Tom on the show after helping find Sheila. I don't know why they did it. It was just really dumb. Um just said why didn't she just ask Christina was it in the house right there? What yeah. She could have walked her ass up and be like, yo, listen, is this your gun? What's going on? She just sat there and took it and went to the bridge. Which, by the way, Jess, what the hell was Rick and Liz doing there? What was Rick and Liz doing there? Are y'all trying to get mobbed? Y'all do realize that Port Charles is not safe, right? And you have a nurse and a lawyer just walking around. Like, Liz, you're not walking around with Jason to the bridge. You're walking with Rick Lanson. What the Ron says, Albert, I knew when Tate and Holly were arguing about Brady, he was like, you forgave Eric. I was like, oh, gosh, she's going to rip. Yes, of course. And also, we saw the preview. So, yeah, there's that too. Yeah, Sean, that's it. That's what I said, Sean. That's why I think Terry Ashton was like, we're probably going to find, oh, no, that's when I was like, we're probably going to find out in like 2025. Why didn't she ask Sonny or anyone for help? She asked Diane, and then she just panicked and threw it in the water like an idiot. Monique said, "What would Billy do if Chance decides to leave Chancellor?"
I think he's gonna make him CEO. I'm not gonna lie, Monique. Chance was just so out of pocket throughout like most of his time talking to Billy down, talking down to him, judging him on his decisions and everything like that. I'm like, bro, that's why Billy was like, yo, listen, I don't answer to you. I don't answer to you. Don't give me a reason to sit there and fire your ass, and I won't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, Terry. Like I said, I just was good, Jonathan. I was just like, yo, this is just so. But you know, Monique, I was as much as I like Jack. Jack was so out of pocket throughout this episode. As I was saying before, I was like, "Yo, how you gonna sit there and talk that greasy about your brother to Lily?" And it wasn't like Lily, wasn't lying to him about the reason why she got fired. And now she's going into a meeting with Victor Newman, and she's worried that she's gonna get screwed over. I was like, "Boo, you are practically working with the devil, and you're trying to negotiate with the devil, like." Oh, it's not a done deal. Yeah, of course it's not a done deal. You're dealing with Victor Newman. Hell, if it wasn't for Nikki, he would have sat there and lied straight to your ass. Like, what are you doing? You know, it's funny, Ron. I said the exact same thing. I said the exact same thing. I was like, bro, listen, you coming at Justin sideways. I'm like, you got no room to sit there and talk. What's good, Big Samuel? Oh, okay. I'm glad you did. I mean, I didn't. I thought it was so, but and I get that, that's his father and everything like that. But he had to know that there was going to be trouble when he decided to support his father and tell Holly that. This is the problem. It's like, I get that they're teenagers, but like, they are really stupid teenagers. Like, oh, now Bobby said, what happened to the guy that claimed Thomas was a murderer storyline? A pointless, another pointless cameo. Like, who was that chick, Jonathan? That came in that was fawning over, um, Liam. It was another pointless person. What the hell was her name? I don't even think. Yeah, Monique. I think he's gotten to a point. He doesn't even disguise that shit. He just know. Oh, thank you, Blackmon Ivy. Yes, exactly, exactly, Bobby. He's just like Ivory. Came in there, was like, oh, I think that you killed Emma Barber, but he had no proof. So I was like, what the hell was you even doing there for? I thought it was stupid, Ron. Not so much. I didn't really care about that. What I cared about, Ron, was John was not there telling Brady to fight because he was like, listen, you don't remember everything. You don't know all the facts. Thank you, Laura B. It was I. That's how pointless she was. He was like, you need to sit there and fight. What's good, Jay Blue? You need to sit there and fight. But I'm like, and what's good, Kristen? But I'm like, John, you didn't fight. You accepted responsibility for murder for murdering for Katharina. You don't even know if you did it, but yet you're gonna sit there and tell your son to fight for his freedom when you were gonna sit there and turn in yourself to the Greek authorities. Come on, bro. Make that make sense to me. Jay Blue says this Chase this week is so comical. Alexis had a Christina moment. Willow must have a brain tumor to behave like that. No, she's just a serial cheater. Nina had a brain fart about Rick's sunny alibi with Carly is laughable. Kristen said I wasn't sure if there was going to be a live tonight, so I'm a little. No, it's all good, Kristen. That was actually my fault because I wasn't sure if I was actually going to do one. I gotta wake up super early, but I was like, I really want to sit there and talk about this shit though. I really did. I will definitely be doing a live tomorrow though, Kristen. Just I said that in my review. I was like, I don't remember. Well, to be honest, I took a 2 or 4 year break from GH. So by the time that stuff happened, I came back a little bit after. Sean says the Hook story was good at first, but after Diane became a victim, the writing got confused and the Hook was a man at first. How do you know it was a man at first? Yeah, just again going back to Brady, I was like, I mean, like going back to John, I was like, how you want to sit there and say, fight and everything like that? I'm like, you're what? Kristen says, I heard you saying in your review that you were having trouble sleeping, not getting enough sleep. Have you tried rapid blanking 60 times a minute? No, no. Rapidly blinking 60 times a minute? That's no. I may try that tonight. Well, thank you for the tip. It works. Okay, I'm gonna try it tonight. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, Kristen, I was like, nah, I had to come on here. We had to sit there and talk about this shit. We had to talk about this because I don't. They're just not interesting to me, Ron. I mean, give them a story. They don't have. They don't have any interesting backstory. They bring him up every now. I really don't give two shits about Aaron, to be honest. I really don't. Um, he just comes across as kind of lame. And Felicity, they don't really give her much to do. She comes in, she says a couple of lines, but it's like they're just not good characters to me. That's what it comes down to, especially Aaron. Like, I don't know who actually gives two flying fucks about Aaron. If we're gonna be honest, give Felicity a good story, and I'll be interested in it. Same thing with Aaron, but Aaron's personality is just so bland. I'm like, I mean, Ron, if you like them, that's cool. You can tell me why. Justin said, I don't trust Ava as she messed up is over first, her daughter and Morgan, and now Christina. I don't trust Ava if she messes up is over. Hmm? I heard he's on contract, Ed. I haven't gotten a chance to actually sit there and look into it, but I heard he is. Well, exactly, Ron. So you already know it. You know the answer why I'm not invested into them. So I don't really understand what you asked me that question for. Cherry Skin says, Albert, did they ever say who burned down Anna's house? Remember Charlotte says she did not do it. No, I think it was who was it? Was it Justin? I mean, who burnt down her house? I think it was Valentine. I think Valentine did it. Justin says referring to Kiki. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I got you. Darby says the dead agent. Oh, yes, you're right. Who was the dead agent? I thought it was Valentine. Who was the dead agent? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jay Blue. I was like, I didn't remember that. Sierra says they're trying to make this the Carly, Jason, and Sunny show again. It's tiring. They never said who killed Austin. Well, from what I understand, and I don't know how true this is, um, I heard the ratings were really great when it was the quote unquote Sunny, Jason, and Carly show during the Bob Guza era. And maybe that's not they're trying to bring it back. It was John Brennan. So Ed, it was John Brennan who burnt down Anna's house. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. True, Sean. True. Which is actually funny because people seem to saying that Brooklyn and Dante have some sort of love child. Um, but I watched a clip where Dion when they hooked up. Which, by the way, let's just sit there and all agree that what Brooklyn did was S A Dante, because that's literally what happened. Drugged him and S hated him, but they never actually went through with the whole thing. Okay, now Jay Blue said Brennan sent the dead agent to burn down Anna's house unless he put the blame on the dead agent. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. She violated Dante. Yes. Lisa says, I hope Jason gets upset with Sunny. Carly just got out of one mess, then put herself back in another. This time she will go to prison. Hmm. Sean says, though GH writers wish they could write like Bob Guza. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Um, I don't remember what my original statement was, but like I said, I just remember people saying that Jason's Carly and Sunny show, but like the ratings was big back then. So, who do you think is going to rescue Melinda Trask? My best bet is Ava because she suspects of Connie, and the next thing is Kristen. Hmm. You might be right on both of those. You might be right on both of those. Susan says the Brooklyn kissing was blank and dressed. That yeah, yeah. And yet they decided to go with an actress who couldn't sing because that made sense. And I know people can sit there and say, well, maybe she was the best woman for the job. And I'm like, okay, but you can find somebody who looks good and who can sing, who can act and who can sing. It's not that hard. Johnson says the Corinthos family are like the Sopranos. They know how to cover their tracks. I can't believe some people are actually all heartbroken over John's death. I'm like, that dude was kind of a piece of shit, to be honest. Jay Blue says so much for Jocelyn letting her mom make her own mistakes, but she went right to her. Yeah, exactly. She went in grown folks' conversation. She needs to sit there and sit her little ass down. Jocelyn says the 10 Brooklyn could sing. She wasn't good, but yeah, she can sing. Yes. Kristen said Tracy was my favorite part of today's episode. You can't tell me they wrote those lines. Her, that was straight up off the cuff. It was. And you know, well, it was the best part about that living room scene before that piece of shit um dialogue coach came in there. Um yeah, that was funny. I don't know who like I said, exactly, Jonathan. I'm not out there. Ron says, why does Leo call him Chadwick? It's a nickname. He just called him a nickname. It's just a nickname for him. I don't think it's a specific reason. He just wants to be cutesy, I guess. Duane says Brooklyn can lip sync for all I care. Okay. Lisa said John had an autistic son. He's a fatherless because of Sonny. Yeah, he knew what he was getting into. He went up against a monster. That's what happens when you go up against a monster. Tracy saved that scene with the dialogue coach. Yeah, that chick was oof. Just so was the point of that weird ass lady at the Quartermains and her awful hair. That was just weird. Honestly, tell you, uh, like I said, she was just oof. She was a nat. She was oof. That listen, if she was messing with some real Bensonhurst chick, her teeth would have been on the floor. Her goddamn teeth would have been right on the floor. D King says, I'm not heartbroken about John, but I hate GH ruin yet another beloved character from the past. Jagger recast was just unnecessary to me. The whole thing was effed up. The whole thing was effed up. They didn't make him look exactly, Jonathan. That's why I was like, yeah, that's what happened when you got that lobster. Like, what would you expect? As said, the tent broke was lip singing to Amy's voice. We never got a chance to hear. I thought that was her at some point singing. I could be wrong. Sean says, I bet it was funny if Jagger is Gio's father with a twist. Yeah, there would also be shitty writing though too. And I think we have enough shitty writing from GH to sit there and put one more thing there. Monique says whenever someone comes into town to take down Sunny, they end up being with one of those bullets, the one to bite the bullet. Yeah, because they need a jobber. They need a jobber. Okay, it's a wrestling term. If you know wrestling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But the thing is, certain people were able to sit there and stay and kind of just do their thing, like Ted King as Alcazar. Hell, Ted King was so good that they brought him back as another brother. Um, but yeah, and that's the thing though. Like they really did, from what I understand, messed up Jagger's character. They had a guy who looked nothing like him. Okay, so at this point, I just kept calling him John because I'm like, if you're not going to bother to make him look like the old version, why the hell should I bother to sit there and call him Jagger? What a stupid name anyway, but still. Jay Blue says, I kept wondering if her hair was a wig. It was laughable. Olivia was giving empty threats to the dialogue codes. She forgot how she was in the bar with Mason. Listen, if she would have sat there and clocked her a couple of times, I would have been happy. Because seriously, somebody needs to sit there and knock that smug ass smile off of that chick's face. And I'm really trying so hard not to use the B word, but somebody like that deserves it. There you go. So yes, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. And that's what most of them are when they come to town for Sonny and Jason. They're jobbers. Kristen says, not for nothing, but what happened to the fights on this show? There have been so many instances when they should have had hit Carly or somebody should have hit somebody else. That's true. I don't know if well, we did have a fight, but it was so long ago. And it wasn't even a great fight. It was the one between Mason and Dex, which, by the way, Mason whooped Dex ass. I just want to sit there and say that again. Mason whooped Dex ass. But that was about it. It was so long ago. I wasn't either, Duane. Um, I do briefly remember him on Night Shift though. Yes, I heard that too. I heard that too, Kristen. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what did you just say? Just says lower your voice, and no, he didn't. By the way, I'm gonna be honest. I did sit there and say that specifically because I knew it was gonna get the Jazz. Um, but let's be honest. He did it. He did it. Come on, come on, Jazz. I know your MO is to sit there and be cute and stubborn, but no, actually, it's cute and sassy. But still, I know you can be a very stubborn woman at times, Jazz. But just admit that I'm right and you're wrong. I understand why she loves to fight me on some of this shit sometimes. I don't get that. Especially when I'm really right and she's really wrong. Yes, I, thank you, Laura B. I knew my memory wasn't like I knew I remember that. But that's the thing though, Laura B. He was on a night shift, right? He wasn't sitting there going after Sonny. He wasn't thank you, Ed. Ed said Dex needed help when Mason handled him. Yes, he handled him like a rag doll. Okay? It was pathetic. Pathetic. But that's the thing though, Laura B. He was on the night shift, but he wasn't going after Sonny. So when Sonny's like, oh, so when Sonny was like, oh, he's been going after me for over 30 years, I was like, no, he hasn't. Like, Sonny, contrary to popular belief, but the world does not revolve around you. Just that fight was weak as hell. So that's just his language for, yeah, you're right, Albert, but still. Yeah, I get you, Jess. I get you. Shit, man, I was right. Kristen, I gotta tell her like it is. Even when some people want to be sassy and stubborn. Yeah, he was almost off that cliff. Ed, because Mason was handling him like a rag doll. D King says Jagger recast was nothing like the original Jagger I was watching back then. He was one of my favorites. Plus, he and Jason Q were friends until Jason found out Karen really liked Jagger over him. Oh wow, he got butthurt back then. Damn. Keeping it real, Terry Ice King. Keeping it real. Lisa says Dante will know Sonny did it. I won't be surprised he makes it his mission to arrest him. Case shooting is like Dante's, except was shot in the head. Sonny ended up in his relationship with Dante by his actions. Yeah. Darby says at least Albert ain't calling himself Poppy anymore, Jazz. Darby, she won't come around to that. She won't come around to that. I totally forgot about that. I kind of forgot about that. Kind of forgot about that. Kristen says never change anyone on here. Absolutely not. Oh no, Darby, I don't dream. I make things into reality. What are you talking about? I'm just that good, Darby. Just that good. Monique says wishful thinking. I hope Jason says I'm done sacrificing my life for you when you won't do the same for me. Yeah, that's definitely wishful thinking, but hopefully, Darby. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully, Jay Blue. Hopefully. Lorby says I think it was implied that Pikeman shot Austin, but it's been a while since they said it. I could be wrong. That's how That's how long. That's yeah. Gubby says no. The wine is just that strong. I'm drinking water, buddy. So no, doggy. It's just all me. Lorby says I saw Curry's is using the same. Yes, Laura B. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I did like that picture, so I did use it. I did like that picture, so I did use it too. It is one of those things that great minds think alike, but yes. Johnson said Katie now knows that Poppy is innocent. Do you think she will apologize? I hope so, but I doubt her ass would do it though. This is kind of annoying. But I do hope so. You know, Laura B, here's the thing, Laura B, at least we don't have the same title. At least we don't have the same title though. Because we both thought of the same title for like the last two streams. Jay Blue says another thing. Am I the only one annoyed with Robert calling Holly babe? Is he and oh you know what? Thank you, Jay Blue. They don't talk about their relationship anymore. I totally forgot about that. Thank you. Jay Blue said I always thought Austin's death was connected to Cyrus. Yeah, and he said that he didn't do it, but then they just kind of let it go. That's a really good question, Jay Blue. Never said today it's just whatever, which means you are great today. No, Darby, I'm just confident. I am just confident. I'm just a very confident man. Confidence is key. It's the reason why I'm able to do what I do here. Yeah. Yeah, she probably would do something like that, Dewan. Okay. I was actually supposed to end this live. Joel said this dry TR is good. This dry TR is good. Okay. Uh, Joel, Jolie, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Jonelle? Tommy! What's good, Tommy? I feel bad because, like, I was supposed to end the stream, like, what, 18 minutes ago? And I'm still doing it. But unfortunately, I do actually have to end it because I wasn't even going to do a live stream. But I will be back tomorrow. And tomorrow we're actually going to sit there and go a lot longer. We're gonna go fully in tomorrow. But I could not do a stream tonight though. So yes, I do want to thank everyone for joining. I know this is kind of a short one, but we gotta wake up at 3:45 to 4 o'clock in the morning. It's depressing as fuck to be honest. But yes, have a good night, Jay Blue. Have a good night, Laura B. Have a good night, D King. Have a good night, Joel. Joan Jonelle. I think that's how you pronounce it now. Have a good night, Blackmon. Yes, is it? Yes, cherry ice cream. You know we're gonna do it up on Friday. You know we're gonna do it up on Friday, cherry ice cream. So I definitely look forward to seeing you on Friday. Have a night, Laura B. Have a night, cherry ice cream. Have a night, Lisa. Have a night, Jill D. Jilly D. Have a night, Jilly D. Oh, we have another new person. See, this is what happens when we hit the like button. Have a night, D King. Johnson says, join us for another edition of Soap Chat with Ababastic. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. My Michael Bowen to my Victor Newman. Yes, and hit that like button on the way out because it really does help. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jonathan. I plan on it. But I actually have time to do it though, so that helps. And I appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Goddess Jess. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow as well. We're gonna have a lot of fun on Friday, so definitely come through. Have a good night, Darby. Thank you for joining. And thank you, Laura B. Yes, make sure you hit the like button on the way out because it really does actually help. Um, J Blue, Quiet Guy. If you're still in here, Ronnie Ron, Monique. Monique says, I think Sam Death will force Jason to finally choose Sonny and Carly over his sons, like I was wishful thinking. You mean the other way? He will finally choose his kids over Sonny and Carly. Hmm. He'll be a different person, not being the mob guy. Hmm. And kind of his identity for a while. When I started watching it anyway. But yes, have a good night, everyone. Julie, you said, this reminds me of my kiddos. Just one more good night. Well, thank you, Julie Dean. Thank you. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. We're actually gonna have a lot of fun. And I'll be on a lot longer tomorrow, so the shot that says no sound. No, but I knew what you meant though. I knew what you meant. Kind of weird. It's weird, Lashanta, because like everyone else can hear me except for you, and I double checked it, and I can hear myself, so I don't know what's going on. But I will be back tomorrow though, so hopefully everything is working well audio wise. Anyway, have a good night, everyone, and I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next stream. Hit that like button, share the videos, and if you can, become a member. It's a lot of fun.